Hi there. In this session we're going to look at setting up a device so that you can link that back to your point of sale back office. In order for us to accomplish that, we will go to the in-store apps from the home screen and start off by getting the app on your Android phone from the Google Play Store. So we will select this button, and then the browser will open and obviously detect which phone you've got linked to your PC and allow you to install on that device, or if it's already installed it will tell you so. The other way of doing it is to open the Google Play Store on your device and take it from there. On your device, open the Google Play Store and search for Bizzfo Warehouse. Once you've selected that, select the Bizzfo Tablet POS option and install it on your device. Now that you've got the app on your device, we will return to it once we have done the setup in Bizzfo itself. In Bizzfo, we first have to start the server, which means that we can then communicate back to the device, and we simply click on the Start Server option. If this is done, a second screen will open with details of your Bizzfo local warehouse server. What is important is the IP address that you've got on your machine, and then obviously the port number 210. This screen should stay open at all times, otherwise the device will not be able to communicate with your point of sale server. Basically what you'll have on the application is the same as what is under the in-store app button. So if you haven't got a device connected, you can look at the settings in the screen as well. So let's get back to the device. First thing that we do is we click on Settings, and then you sign into the data warehouse that you've created. In my case it was training, and I enter my password, and you hit the sign in button. You'll notice that you now signed into your data warehouse. Please select the refresh button and select the warehouse that you want to work with, and then we enter the IP address that I pointed out just now in here with our port number, and we test the connection. Once you connect it, the system will say OK, or the device will say OK, and that means we're now linked. I can look at my user list, so I can import my local users, or we can import users connected to the Hive. So if this is in the shop environment, we'll say yes, and we import the local users. In this case there is only one, so I'm going to select that. You will see that under location, that's for various warehouses that we can sell out of. We're going to ignore this for now. Printer settings, it will print to the default receipt printer set up in the business, and the cash drawer that is linked to that you can also utilize. So quick way of doing it is to test those two items and make sure that they are working fine. In Bizzfo, please then come back and send your point of sale buttons to the app. So I simply click on that, I say yes. So basically what happens is we're sending the button information up to the Hive, and then we're calling it back on the device. Going back to the device, if I scroll down under settings now, right at the bottom is an item called Update POS DB. Please select that one, And then we're just about there. Top right hand corner is 3 selector buttons. I select that, and I then say under sync, load the POS buttons and load the Hive buttons. And it will, we say yes. It's now pulling in on this device 1929 stock items. It was completed successfully. I say OK, and I'm just about ready to rock and roll. Alright, you can also load inventory. All of that is there. For now, I'm going to go out of this and get back to the main device screen. So the point of sale till is not quite functional yet. We're working on a couple of these items, but I can now go to my point of sale touch facility, and I'll show you in Bizzfo. I've got 2 categories, beer and brandy. I can select my beer. This table is Nico's table, or I can give a table number. I say OK, and I sell an Amstel, a Castle and a Heineken. I then go back, I go to brandy, and I ask for 2 Richelieu's. Alright, I'm done with my order. I go to the selector at the top right. I say Nico's going to pay. He's giving me cash, 200 Rand, and I pay. Tells me what my change is. The sale is now closed. I say OK, and my sales for the day is done. Going back in Bizzfo, under the settings tab, if I go to the other tab, I have got an option here to start the in-store server as soon as the server starts up. So please make sure that is ticked if you're going to use devices on your system. Righto, let's first check if that transaction that was done from the device is showing. So from the home screen, I will go to point of sale, touch interface, doesn't matter. I go to menu, I go to find invoice. There is the transaction for today. I sold an Amstel, a Castle, a Heineken and 2 Richelieu specials. The total was 162 Rand and the payment method was cash. So it's there instantly. And just to verify the buttons that was sent through to the Hive and then to the device, in my point of sale I've got my beer button with various beers underneath that, and there's the brandy button with some information in that. That in a nutshell, that is point of sale on the device or from the device. I've showed you how easy it is to set up, and believe me, it's even easier to use. Thank you for this opportunity, and keep a lookout for our next super fantastic video. Bye bye.